Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. I've had a week full of nothing but mental mistakes. So today, it's not even about winning the day, it's about winning the mental game, the mental side of trading. That's what I'm concentrating on today. Let's see what we can do right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that's put out there is at risk for loss. Okay, so just like what my intro stated, I'm not even concerned today about the strategies, the statistics, or even winning this day. For me, winning the day is winning the mental side of trading. And that is what I'm going to be concentrating on here this morning. And if the strategies cooperate, awesome. If they don't, that's okay too. As long as I don't contribute to those mistakes, that is going to be the most important part of today. So let's go really quickly over the strategies from yesterday. We will start with gold. So gold was a loser. We got ticked in here to the short at 820, 825 closed candle. Went, I don't know, maybe about 40% of our take profit here, and then quickly reversed on us for a loss in gold. In oil, session one was a winner, pretty much right to the tick, 16 ticks on the short, right off of the 805, 810 close candle. And then session two, which I showed yesterday in my video from yesterday, remember, it's still based off of this inside bar. You don't get in on this bar, you don't get in on this bar because it has not breached either the top of this inside bar or the bottom of this inside bar. And you finally get activated here into the trade to the long. And this one, again, quickly reverses on us for a loss in oil session two. So let me just park these so I can take a look at price action as I'm doing the video here. All right, we're set up. Let's go into the Rob reversal. So we finally had a winner on the Rob reversal. April has not been great to the strategy. But we do get a setup. Let's just start from the beginning. So you got a setup here to go short at 10 a.m. This is invalidated because this closes above the 80 EMA. So remember, the setup, the candlestick pattern is saying go short, but at the same time, our confluence, our filter is the 8 EMA. And if it closes above it, it's invalidated. This one is invalidated. This one is invalidated. Finally, we get a valid setup. It is the candlestick pattern that we are looking for. It is within our time frame between 8:30 a.m., 1:15 in the afternoon. And you get activated here on this next candle. 35 points, take profit. Beautiful trade. Hopefully we can get another one or even maybe two here today. I'm not going to be greedy as long as hopefully we can get another winner here today. As far as our eval, based on the mistakes this week, I think the mistakes alone this week have probably cost me somewhere in the ballpark of $400. So that's a big chunk. That's a big chunk out of this right here is just really silly and stupid mistakes that I've been doing all week, which I've documented them all. I made videos. I don't shy away from my losers. I don't shy away from showing you guys the mental mistakes that I make trading each and every day. I actually wish that a lot of other people that I follow on YouTube would kind of do the same, because one, it really does make you look human in trading, because I know everybody does mistakes and I know everybody does fumbles, that it's very easy when you're editing videos to edit all of your mistakes out and again show only your winners. On this channel, I really strive to be different. So we currently sit at $50,434, so only up 434 bucks. Obviously, April has not been doing very great, but hopefully we can turn that one around. Yesterday I had a great trade on my levels. I made about $500 on this eval. We currently sit at $52,177 in profit. I already stated on Discord that I like price action this morning so far. Charts look pretty clean to me. Would not trade the YM personally. This one is just one that doesn't suit my eye, but you've got a level here at 38,869 at the extreme high. The closest to price action right now is 38,650, which is right here. And then we've got another level at 38,482, which is pretty much right about to touch into it. So we might get a bounce here. It might go right through it. So again, I'm not very comfortable with the YM chart this morning. I do like the ES. I do like the NQ. Let's take a look here. This is on the ES, so we've got a level right below us at 5,200. Even number, I mean, I guess 5,200 is 75, but that's just where I put my level, so let's just call it 5,200. Right above us, we've got a level at 5,217. We got a level at 5,227, 5,234, and then underneath it, we got 5,194. Why do I like this? Well, we've got levels that are pretty close to each other. So for me, it makes my entry and my stop loss and my take profits much easier to calculate. So I could very easily play a bounce from here right back to this level here. I can use this as a stop loss. So we'll see here at the open what price action wants to do. But the ES looks to me much more cleaner today. And I believe the same thing was true with the NQ. Where is the NQ? Probably looking right at it. There it is. All right, so I drew out this gap already. It already just filled it on this move down. So this gap's filled. We got a level right where we're at on price action at 18,311. We've got a level underneath it at 18,247. Closest to price action above us is at 18,406, and then 18,475 extreme high. So those are the levels for this morning. Again, posted them in Discord. Hopefully there's of some value. Oil has pretty much just been in an uptrend all morning, and gold has been ranging here. So it's been more of a rangy market. Let's see what the morning strategies bring. Let's hope for another winner in the Rob reversal. And again, concentration on the mental side of trading. That's the name of the game today. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Order canceled.
Okay, so here is the first trade of the day. We did take a trade here in oil. To explain this one, we technically are in session 1 because we get activated here at the 8:55 9 a.m. close inside bar. So this is technically session 1. You do take the trade obviously at past 9 a.m. But technically session 1. We do get activated here into the long. You can see the green inside bar. That was our activation bar. The stop loss is at the bottom of our source candle, which is that. And right there you can see, based on that move, which hit a little bit over 70% of our take profit, I reduced my risk here in half already. So half the risk is off the table. We're just looking for that final push to take profit for the first trade here in oil. Oil has been on an uptrend here, so we're just looking for a continuation of that trend right there. I mean, it came maybe a tick or two away from our TP, but at this point, you can't say with certainty, but I feel very confident that we were going to hit our full take profit here, even though you can see that sellers are kind of stepping in here and bringing price action down. We're just looking for that final thrust upwards to take a full take profit, which is exactly what we get in oil session 1.
Target filled. Order canceled.
Okay, and then here is our trade in oil session 2. We get activated here at, I believe it was like the 9:55 a.m. candle. We get activated into a short, small trade. I believe it was about 10 ticks in total. So, and we, I mean, that's the thrust we were right there. I mean, at that point, I'm like, oh, we're going to hit our take profit right on that move. But unfortunately, we do not get hit right there. And it tries. I mean, it keeps trying. It keeps trying. Obviously, we're at 90% of our take profit. So I reduced my risk down. I don't know. I guess in a way, maybe on a minimum size trade like this, maybe it's not the greatest idea to reduce risk in half, because now you're going from a 10 tick stop to only 5 ticks of stop. So, we're kind of smothering the trade here a little bit, in my opinion, but the trade had every opportunity to hit full take profit. And I mean, even right there, I really thought that, we're just a few ticks away from hitting our take profit to get two solid trades in here in oil this morning. Now, obviously, a spoiler alert, I get stopped out, but the ironic situation is, if you did not adjust your stop loss here to 5 ticks and left it at the original 10 ticks, this trade does end up working and going for full take profit. So took a 5 tick loss there, not a big deal, still green for the day.
Stop filled.
Well, at least I think I won the mental side of trading here today. It wasn't without some controversy. I'm just kidding. It wasn't really that controversial, but there was something pretty interesting that happened in oil this morning that hasn't happened in about 8 months of me trading these strategies. So let's bring up oil. This might be kind of a mini teaching moment. Let me just take this off. All right, so first off, our session starts at 8 a.m. and session 1 finishes at 9 a.m. Central Time. So obviously here we do not get any setup until the 8:55 to 9 a.m. candle. Okay, so that is this candle right here. Now, for one thing, it is obviously a doji candle, and I had a comment in my Discord this morning that, hey, it was a doji, that's not an inside bar. Well, yeah, it is still an inside bar. I think what might have confused some people is that, like here, I've got an indicator that paints my inside bars orange. So obviously you don't see the orange here because it's a doji. It's a very, very small body, if any. So it doesn't paint it, but it's still an inside bar. It's still closing lower than the high of the previous bar, equal to or lower, and same thing on at the bottom. So this was still a valid inside bar. It was a valid setup. We have not taken any trade. Now, here's the controversy. Since we did not have a trade yet in session 1, this candle closes at 10 a.m. and you actually get activated into this trade sometime after 10 a.m. So maybe 15, 20 seconds it took to activate this candle. Now originally, so we took this trade, and as you guys saw, this trade ended up being a winner. If we put our stop here, 18 ticks, we move our take profit to 18 ticks, we hit full take profit. Awesome. Here's the semi-controversial moment is, well, what session do we consider this to have been? Originally in Discord, I said, well, this would be session 2 because we actually took the trade at, it was after 10 a.m. But then I kind of corrected myself and I said, well, no, we're using the source bar at the 8:50 to 8:55. The inside bar, which is our activation bar, was in that 8:55 to 9 a.m. Candle. So I stood corrected and considered this to be session one. So I technically traded session one today. In my mind, it just felt like session two. So I'm not going to consider that to be a mental mistake at all today. I actually, I'm pretty happy with the way I traded. No major mistakes. But this is a good teaching moment because honestly, this setup really hasn't happened in probably 8 months of trading this every single day. So it's kind of a unique situation, but now we know. So then I said, I kind of made a joke. I'm like, well, I don't really know now if, I kind of thought that this was session two. And, I'm like, do I take another trade? And I decided, I'm like, okay, yes, I am going to take the trade. We do get an inside bar at 950 to 955. Everything's valid. This trade, I ended up taking a loser just because this thing came very, very close to full take profit. And I missed this by probably a tick. So at that point, I reduced my risk down to 5 ticks. Okay. Then it reversed, knocked me out for the 5 ticks, which is a very, very small trade. But still, it knocked me out. So I considered this one to be a loser for today. Obviously, if you're not reducing your risk, this would have been a winner for you in session two as well. Okay. So that was oil. Seems like a lot of commentary for a small issue, but I think it was important. In gold, we had no setup here today. Now, some people were like, well, we got an inside bar at 855. Yes, you did. But at 855, the session closes at 9 a.m. So you would be taking this trade outside of the session, no valid trade. So no trade today in gold. There was also no trade in the Rob reversal. So no setup here at all this morning. We did get a few setups to go long. 2 of them here, one at 12 o'clock, one at 12:45. Both of them invalidated because they closed below the ADMA. Here we would have had a valid setup, but this was at 1:30. That is past my window of trading, which is 1:15. This is when this ends, so this candle right here. So this was not a valid setup. Just for shits and giggles, let me just see what this... Doesn't look like it would have hit to me, but... Oh, 35.5 points. Awesome. 15 minutes late, but outside of my window, so no trade. Let's take a look at the levels heading into the weekend. I made a comment this morning that price action to me looked really good on the ES. It looked really good on the NQ. And sure as shit, I mean, this thing to me just seemed like some pretty easy trades here this morning. Here are my levels, and I kind of adjust some of these levels as price action was happening. I'm sorry, I don't adjust any of my levels from the morning, but I add some as the day goes on. But regardless, my trade came right here from my early morning level. I got the bounce right off the level here at 51.99 and took this one for, well, it was about a $260 profit on that one. So the eval now sits at $52,437, which is $2,400 in profit. So that was the ES. Let's take a look at the NQ. The NQ right here. Just look at the level. There are not too many levels here this morning, but look at this bounce. I mean, right here and right here. Again, pretty good trading opportunities. I only took that trade in the ES. The YM was the only one this morning that I said I did not like price action. I did not like the way that price action was looking here. I'm trying to see here. There we go. Sorry. So we kind of blew through this level right here, kind of came back, and then we've just been selling off all day. There was no really level underneath where price action was at. That's why I didn't draw anything down here. And that was one of my main reasons why I did not like this trade. Very different than the ES that I'll pull up one more time. The ES has just had so many levels that it's just good trading opportunities. I mean, now you have clear, defined stop loss, take profit, stop loss, take profit. It makes it a lot easier to trade when you've got levels, especially when they're closer together. And one other adjustment that I've made is I was going a 4 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame. I've actually changed it to 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. So my 15 minutes are a little stronger level. 5 minutes are, I don't want to call them weaker levels, but they're tradable. And they're also providing me with more areas to take trades with clear defined stop loss. Okay. So for instance, if I wanted to take a trade right here, you've got a level right underneath it. So you put your stop loss a little under that, and you've got yourself a decent opportunity for a trade. At least that's what I see in my mind. Sorry, I had an Amazon tab over there. So we're up $52 on the eval today. Nothing really to write home about, but at the same time, no mistakes were done today. Mentally finished in the green going into the weekend. Green in my cash account actually really nicely. I had a really nice day in the cash account today, so I'm extremely happy going into the weekend. Please remember that next Wednesday, which is the 17th, I will be going live at 8 a.m. The stream will start at 8. And again, I'm going to be going in depth on how I chart my levels, what I'm looking for in those trades. I'm going to be there to answer any questions that you guys have on the morning strategies, including oil, gold, and the Rob reversal, and just any general questions that you might have for me as a trader. I am looking forward to it. First time I'm going to go live, so a little nervous on that, but I'm sure it'll go fine. I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. Happy trading, everyone. See you guys on Monday.